Welcome to Pit Stop to Profits, the podcast for hustlers, fleet builders, and entrepreneurs who know that every pit stop is just fuel for the next profit move. I'm your host, Sterling, and today we're going to discuss a hot topic, a very hot topic. A couple of my mentees have asked me this question, and it always comes up. The question is, what car should I start with? Well, that's a very good question. The car that you should start off with is the one that's going to make you the most money. So I'm going to tell you what car you should never, ever start your rental car business with. So the thing about that is this. There's a billion cars in the marketplace. You can get trucks, you can get compacts, you can get a limousine, you can get a clown car. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you find your avatar and your market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to narrow this down a little bit, and we're going to speak specifically for people who are looking to get in the gig economy range and individuals that are looking for gas savers and cars that are good for Uber and Lyft and those types of rideshare app type vehicles. Okay, so ideally, cars that are red flags and that are going to be horrible starters are going to be your luxury brands. So your Audis, your Mercedes Benzes, Jaguars, BMWs, those are horrible vehicles to start with. The reason being is that their maintenance is going to destroy your pockets. Even if you're working on the cars yourselves, usually the parts are 9 times out of 10 more expensive. So that alternator for, your little economy car, that battery is going to be $100 something. Sometimes that stuff for those maintenance, those luxury cars is going to be well into the 200s, maybe even 300 sometimes, depending on which model, make, how new or old it is. So I always steer people away from starting with the high maintenance, high value vehicles. The other piece is the depreciation side with that too. If you were to get in an accident, you're not going to get as much money, believe it or not, on those luxury cars because they depreciate so bad. So the higher end the luxury car is, the larger the depreciation is, especially within that first 5 years of ownership. Older models usually have a lot of hidden costs in repairs that you wouldn't expect, especially when it comes with the electronics, because those vehicles have so many sensors. So they have sensors for sensors. And if you don't fix a lot of that stuff on the front end, immediately when that service light or maintenance light comes on, what will happen is everything that's behind that is going to need to be repaired too. So not only the component or device that broke will need replacing, but the component or device that tells you that that component or device was messed up would need to be replaced as well. So keep that in mind also. Personally, I will not deal with anything that's salvage or rebuilt. Reason being is you do not know the quality of the rebuild. You have no clue how well that shop did the repair, especially when you're getting vehicles at auction, because some of these vehicles may have been repaired in a state where they're more lenient on the salvage and rebuild titles. And so you may sometimes get a car that you purchase here in Oklahoma, but the car originally came from Chicago or Missouri or Kansas or Texas. So every state's a little bit different in how serious they take the repair of salvage and rebuild titles. So for that reason, I just won't deal with them at all because I don't want the headache. I don't want the problems. In addition, let's say that someone gets hurt or messed up or maimed in one of your vehicles and it comes back that your vehicle was a salvage or rebuild title vehicle. Now the onus is on you. That responsibility and the liability is going to be 100% on you because you provided that vehicle to your renter, to your guest. In addition, the Graves Amendment is not going to save you from that because first thing the lawyers are going to ask is, well, we'd like to see the maintenance records of that vehicle, The other pieces they're going to ask is who did the work? Where was the work done at? Even though it may have been shoddy or messed up when you received the car, all that matters is did you do your due diligence? And if you can't prove that you did your due diligence, you're going to be on your butt. So keep that in mind. Something else I would stay away from is high mileage vehicles. Yes, high mileage vehicles, you will see great deals on them from private party sellers on like Facebook Marketplace or wherever, or even at dealerships. You'll see great price. Oh, the car is a couple $1,000s cheaper than what it normally would be. Stay away from it. Do not bite the apple. Do not fall for the temptation thinking, oh, well, I can just eat those costs of maintenance. They might start stacking up on you. And really, you're just working to keep the car on the road. You're going to end up selling the vehicle, and then someone else is going to get a car with a bunch of new parts on it. So I like to tell people, stay away from those. Don't do it. Not worth it. And the other thing is gas guzzlers. Unless you're hitting a very specific market, for instance, you are looking to market individuals that maybe need Sprinter vans, they're a band, or you're marketing to people that are like AAU basketball teams, football teams, cheerleaders, government municipalities that need to move a lot of people. Otherwise, I would stay from the gas guzzlers, because most people who are renting a car, they're looking for something that is fuel efficient. Unless you're, like I said, you're going to after that market, or individuals are going for a muscle car or a sports car, then if that's the market you're going for, muscle cars, sports cars, then gas is not even on the table, right? Ideally, someone's looking for something that's very specific for a very specific reason or cause. So it's not going to be such a big deal. A real world example would be, and it's back to the luxury cars, is you go on to, let's say, Facebook Marketplace, you find a great BMW because you say you want something that people are going to want, and or you want to drive in style while you do deliveries. Okay. So you buy this vehicle for $7,500. Let's just say it's a 2015 5 Series or an X5 SUV maybe. You buy it for $7,500, $8,000. Come to find out, water pump fails on you. Water pump on a BMW, expect to pay anywhere from, $1,000 to $1,500, depending on, where the oil leak is coming from. It could be, a seal in the back, a rear main seal of some sort, or who knows. BMW cooling systems are not known to be the best. They are made of a bunch of plastic. Ask me how I know. You'll easily spend $1,200 replacing water pumps and radiator fans and coolant tanks and radiator. It adds up very quick with those European cars. So I would stay away from it. So I've seen people buy cars that needed rings, piston rings. It smoked a little bit. I'd stay away from those too. Ticking time bombs. You might get a year out of that car. You might even get a year and a half out of the car. Either way, I'd stay away from it. It's not worth it. You're looking for longevity, and the last thing you want is to have one of your renters or yourself stuck on the side of the road. Can you imagine you're in the middle of a delivery and now you're stuck and you can't make that delivery, especially if you're doing like private deliveries and you're not doing app. The client's going to look at you like, okay, this individual can't keep their cars on the road. This individual's not consistent. I'm going to look elsewhere. I'll use someone else. No, thank you. So you're asking now, Sterling, what should I do? You're saying what I shouldn't do. I shouldn't get this one. I shouldn't get this one. What should I do, Sterling? Ideally, I would suggest stick with Toyotas. Yes, they're going to be more money for you to purchase, but the likelihood of it staying on the road is very, very high. What Toyota does is they'll take the same bolt, they'll take the same component, and they will build on it and improve on it and make it better year after year after year after year after year. Previous to the current 4Runner that just came out, I believe in 2023 or 24, the transmission that has been in the 4Runner has been the same transmission for 20 years. It's a slow, dog raggedy 4-speed transmission that is not efficient with gas at all, but it works. It's bulletproof. You can put 1,000,000 miles on a Toyota engine or transmission and it's still barely broken. On my own Forerunner, I have 300 and something thousand miles on it now. I have a 2001. It's bulletproof. It never fails me. It starts every time. It just drives. That's all. It just drives. It gives me no headaches. I change components here and there. It just works. Go get you a Toyota. Go get you a Hyundai Elantra. Go get a Chevy Malibu or something. Go get you a Kia Optima. Now, in saying that though, keep in mind every single manufacturer has some type of issue. Every manufacturer has some type of known electrical or mechanical or recall of some sort. So, do your research on the front end. Pick 3 to 5 cars. Go on Reddit. Go on Google. Figure out what the quirks and kinks are with the vehicle before you go out and buy it, so that you're not having a headache that's sitting in your driveway or a depreciating asset. The whole reason behind you buying this vehicle and wanting to get into this industry would be for you to go and make additional income and hopefully one day scale your fleet to something more than what it is today. So I will leave you with this. Take your time. Don't let the wrong car or something that seems too good to be true stop you from making money in this industry. I would also suggest to you to possibly work with someone like myself who can help you in getting a car at auction, because when you have a dealer's license, you have categories for those vehicles and they rate those vehicles. And so those vehicles will have a red light, a yellow light, or a green light. Green light meaning that it runs, everything works as it should. There are no known issues. A yellow light will mean that there is some type of stipulation with the vehicle, be it in many coils or the engine's making a funny noise or the transmission or the rear end, or it's having spark or fuel issues. So you go into it knowing that this car has this known issue, then you can buy that vehicle if it so suits you, fix that issue, and hopefully you fixing that issue fixes the car and there's no other unknown issues related to that. But by buying these vehicles at auction, I do have recourse. The difference is you buy a janky jalopy off of Facebook Marketplace, good luck getting your money back, because it's not going to happen. The other piece is red light cars. Red light cars means that it is something straight up wrong with the car. It could be something big, it could be something small, but they're letting you know, hey, this car is running right, so the choice is yours. But you can get those cars at auction very cheap. Steal. It's been times where I've seen guys buy cars and then I see that car back on Facebook Marketplace for 3 times what they bought it for at auction. So that's something to consider as well. But if you need help, tap in with me, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, share with your friends. Let me know what works for you, what you've purchased, what hasn't worked for you, who to stay away from, where to go. And that's all I got for you guys today. So see you next time.